There it is. Okay.
Congratulations, dear Nick, for your beautiful family photo this morning.
Oh, thank you. Yes, that was us.
Even you as a dog.
Yeah. I only do that once in a while, so yeah, it's it's a rare occasion.
Very beautiful.
I wish I could keep the blue eye on the brown eye and look like David Bowie. So, translators, that's going to be hard for you. Welcome to Xuanzang's Tower. I hope everybody is doing great. We have two exciting texts for this evening, morning, afternoon. We have Gibson, and who is working on translating Chang, which is the art of interpretation. And Geshe Michael is also actively working on polishing his previous book. So we all have that to look forward to very soon, which is A Song of My Spiritual Life, Short Lam Rim by Jason Kappa. And then after Gibson today, we've got class with Tim, who has been working on the perfection of wisdom for a couple of years now. Very exciting stuff. So stick around. Gibson, are you ready with a quiz? There he is.
I'm ready.
You're looking sharp. Hi, Emily.
Hey, let me share my homework.
Is that your hotel in Bali?
Yes.
Bali, we're paying him too much.
I heard Bali is cheap.
Yeah.
We take vacations in Flagstaff.
Also, nice place.
Okay.
No, it's no Rimrock, Arizona, but it'll do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Nick, I got a tie. Just
Hey, where's your tie, Geshe Michael?
it's right here. You never said I had to wear it. You just said I haven't had to have a tie.
That's a good point.
Okay, so can you determine which parts of what the Buddha say are what he truly mean and which part are not based on the sutra?
Based on the sutras alone?
Yeah, alone.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
If he's talking explicitly about emptiness, then it's what he truly meant. And if he's not talking explicitly about emptiness, then it's not what he truly meant.
Oh, let us see the answer. Okay.
If it's wrong, you can give someone else a chance.
Let me see.
I think you're going to say no.
No?
I think you're going to say that if a guy, whether it's the Buddha or anyone else, tells you that what he just told you wasn't true, then you still can't necessarily trust that what he's telling you is true.
Okay, let's see. No, you cannot, because the whole problem comes from the sutra. And the example that Geshe Michael gave last time is The sutras say you should kill your father and mother. However, what the Buddha really means is to step away from your parent and go to another room to meditate for 1 hour alone. And if Buddha says something in the sutra that wasn't what he meant, even once, then we must approach every sutra carefully, question what he really meant. Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
Nice. I knew that was the other question.
That Bali must be improving your brain cells.
No. So what's about the question where the Buddha say, this is what I really mean, and this is not? Can I use that to decide what the Buddha really means?
No.
No. Yeah. No.
Yes, no.
Yeah, so even that question we couldn't take that on literal. We have to be very discerning. Yeah. Then how do you decide what does Buddha really mean and what does Buddha not really mean in the end? And this is $1,000 answer from last time.
Wait. I wasn't listening.
Oh, I don't think he's
Wait,
offering.
is that Bali dollars or
Yeah, $1,000. So
You have to test it
I think he
yourself.
said it was $1,000.
yeah, you have to
Past tip.
think of yourself. Does it make sense or not?
Yeah,
So in
you have
the
to read the sutras to see what he really meant.
Wait a minute.
And try to think about it. Does it make sense or not?
Oh, think about it. Oh, that's different.
Yeah, we must learn to make the distinction through pure reasoning. And this is true because anyone who supposes some philosophical system that contradicts reason could never be called a person who can never lie. And because the very nature of a thing is something that must be established by great reasoning.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, it must be
is...
some not a Buddha, I guess.
Okay. So what's English for 재밌게?
Person who can't be wrong or can't lie.
Yeah.
Come
So
correct.
who is the example for the
Ceremony
재밌게?
Buddha.
Yes.
Politics.
Only.
Kunki Wombo.
Greatest idea?
Object of the senses?
Yeah. Someone say idea?
Hmm.
No.
Yeah.
The
It's a
greatest
king of the
idea.
idea.
King of all ideas. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Okay. 세제다.
That's the three tests.
Oh, that's tough.
Burn, cut,
That's a
fire.
hard.
Yeah.
Burn, cut, and fire. Yeah. It's kind of cool. Can write a song, right? Because we have an earth, fire, and wind or something. Okay, let's go through the translation.
Nice homework.
Thank you. So this is where our last time, the last part, and Geshe say, let's go to the next episode. So I think we can review these quotes and go to the part that Geshe asked me to translate.
But did you translate you translated that verse, right? Oh, you
Yeah.
want to do it in the commentary.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think we can review again and go to the sutra.
Okay.
Give the context.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you read Gibson? You ready?
Yeah. Tunki Wang Di Signe Gelong Tak Kang Kenang Yi Se Je Da Wei Se Xin Tu Le Ba Dak Na Na Yi Ga Lang Wa Cha Yi Ku Qi Ming Xie Sun Shou.
Right. Did we go over this last time?
We just go over and briefly translate a little bit, but not not go through the whole
Okay.
idea.
Let me check it then. Lord Buddha himself saw the Lord of all
Oh.
ideas, and thus the following: no one, be they monk, nun, or gelon.com. Good. Kenam key. Yeah. Why is that doc there in the first line? DAG. But why is he talking about two monks?
He's not
Trick
using it
question.
as a dualizer. He's using it as a
Oh, gelong pa geloma.
Yeah, Nick, I think he's right. I think it means the two kinds of ordained people,
Oh,
meaning male and female, which is nice. You see what I mean? That is acknowledging the ladies. All right, Sector Daoization do. Examine it rather like a lump of gold, burn it, cut it, file it carefully. Good, yeah. Out of respect for me. Good. Okay, cool. So when we decide that we need to interpret whatever the Buddha said, we are following the Buddha. Okay.
okay.
Okay, let's go to the so I looked up some commentaries on it because I love this idea, and they did not clearly connect the three actions of gold to the three kinds of correct perception. And I think that's a very important connection. So we're going to go through some of that. All right. Who wrote this next piece?
Buddha himself, Lord Buddha himself.
Yeah, and this is from the Parinirvana Sutra. Okay. So a lot of people think that Parinirvana means his apparently passing away from this world. Nirvana means nirvana, party means super nirvana. So super comes from party. No, anyway, here's what he said in his super nirvana sutra. You want to read or you want to? Okay.
I can read again. Okay.
Okay.
Seyang takpa yang na pa sunki go ne tak na yang takpa ina ma impa dokso ditate sebatang dungwatang dawi go ne takpao.
Nice. When gold is thoroughly tested in three ways. Good. That is tested through burning, beating, and filing. Yeah. What do they say nowadays instead of beating?
cutting.
Cutting.
They say cutting. Yeah. But in the sutra, it says beating, like beating it to look inside of it. One can confirm whether it is genuine or not. Nice. Okay. And that's now each of those actions is going to relate to a different way of checking a sutra to see if it's accurate. Okay. If it's meant literally. Okay. All right. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go, dude.
I think we go to the next. This is the next paragraph translate, and here is your notes.
Yeah. Yeah. What's that sentence say there?
Start our outline of the text here.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're gonna start making an outline at the end of the book, okay?
Okay.
And you did a pretty good one for your other book, The Song of My Spiritual Life. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. And here is my last one.
All right. You want to have someone read because your reading is boring.
Okay. Lindsay.
Oh.
Detar na rang nye jepalani do de gong grela tenpe.
Gongzhao.
Don't. One more time.
Gongzhao.
Gong
Yeah.
zhao. La
Yeah.
ten
Yeah.
zhao. Okay, thanks. La ten pe chuk dang lo gro mi ze pe
Lo Zhu.
lo dru mi ze pe tenpa la ten pe chukso.
Nice.
Okay. And so in our discussion of the art of interpretation, we will proceed in two parts. The position based on what I really meant, and the position based on the teaching by never-ending wisdom. Okay, good, good. So we're going to have two different original teachings by Lord Buddha to decide what's literal and what's figurative. And they differ. And based on the difference, the mind-only school and the middle way school developed, okay? Which is very interesting, okay? They developed based on two different ways of interpreting the Buddha, okay? Okay, not
Okay,
bad,
thank you,
Mr.
Geshe.
Gibson. I hope you didn't work on your vacation. Only a bad husband would do that.
Yeah.
How is it there? You guys look pretty tan. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Where is that? Okay, let's go here. Yes, I know this is not his book. This one. Okay. Uh-oh. Nope. All right. System settings. Appearance. Accessibility. Okay. By the way, I'll show you something else.
Okay.
Where is that? I gotta send it down in Texas. So that's the book we just finished, which is 2,000 pages.
Geshe Michael, we still see just Parchin. Did you share your screen or just?
Oh, okay. You're correct. Let me go back there.
Thank you.
I gotta down in Texas. Okay, sorry. I hate to share my screen because then you see all my weird stuff. Okay. What? Get out of here. You know you got a big text when you get that. Yeah, so this is what I want. This is what I want Gibson to do on this text. You ready? This is the outline to the book we just finished. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Anyway, the outline's like 100 pages long. Okay, it's very complex. But so I'd like Gibson to add the folio number and the verse number. I should have been putting F though for the like. Let me see, right? Yeah, I'd like you to put F, like F period 99B. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. All right. And that gets, huh? What?
Is that going to be the table of content?
No, that would be different. Yeah. Roughly they coincide, but this is very, very long. This is, that's only a part of it. So anyway, it's a very nice way to meditate on it. You go through the outline and you can memorize it. People memorize it. People memorize it so they can meditate on it with their eyes closed. So if you're feeling ambitious, It's a great meditation. Okay. Yeah, it's exactly a review meditation. Yeah. Okay. We're going to now I wanted the correlations, you see? Which means there are three kinds of accurate perceptions, and each one relates to one of the tests of gold. Okay. So it's a little hard to find. This is an Eastern Tibetan named Guntang Kwenchok Tembe Dunme, who's a good guy. And here's how he puts it. You ready? Gibson, who's going to read the big letters?
Okay, let me see. Is Roxana here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, cool.
Tompa nungur tunwe chala nunsum tseme nyopa mepwa tongwa kokur tom tunwe chala nyotok chepak ki noa mewa shintu kokur tumpe tseri che jepak ki nopa mepa chez Rick Parter, qui sekchetar. I continue?
Okay, stop there. Stop there. That's good. Yeah. So Towa Lungir means what, Gibson?
When you see directly,
Yeah, something you can see directly, smell directly, hear directly. Okay. We call obvious reality. Okay. Reality in your face. Tenbei Cha means if a teacher is giving a teaching, then the part of their teaching that you could confirm with your senses, like if they say this tea tastes spicy, then there's no way for you to confirm it except with your direct senses, right? Roughly. Okay. So for that, you should use ngunsam tsema. You should use accurate perception, which is direct, which is like taste it. Okay. Nepa mepa means
harmless,
Unaffected senses.
yeah.
unaffected.
Well, what it means here is no, it's Nick, it's instrumental. It cannot be disproven or thrown into question by a direct perception. There's no perception of the tea as tasting like garlic, which would be in direct opposition to it tasting like spice. You see what I mean? Normal spice, I mean. Okay, you see what I mean? The taste of it being spicy cannot be contradicted. And nipa mepa here means cannot be contradicted by another direct, accurate perception, such as tasting garlic in the tea. Okay, cool. All right, that's the first test. And then he lists the three in order, which is why I chose this selection. That's the sek down at the bottom, big letters, sek.
Oh, burn.
Yeah, that's burning. That's melting salt. And I think it's kind of interesting. Direct confirming or disproving something with your direct senses is similar to burning it. And I like that. It's more like, what do you call it? In gemology, we call it a destructive test. You lose the diamond that you're checking okay, by melting it. Okay. Okay, next one. Roxanne, you do. Oh, what's Tonwa mean?
See.
Yeah, but then Kokir.
Hidden reality.
Yeah, something which is indirect, something which is hidden to the senses. Okay, then how are you going to confirm that? Yeah, logic. By the way, this word is extremely difficult. Ngupo means thing. Top means power, like Topshi is the
Full power.
4 powers. Okay. So Ngutop, direct power, is an ancient word for syllogism. Okay. And it means ngopoitopki, by the nature of that thing. When you investigate that thing with logic, then that power of what it is will prove to you what it is. So it's a very difficult word for logic. The word is real power, but it means that there's a power of the entity described in the logic. Okay, it's a very difficult word. Gyaltsab is often called the king of Muto, and that's very confusing. Okay, but he was a logician, right? What's his most famous proof, by the way? For $100,
Poop coming out of a cow's butt.
hey, word got the money as usual.
Oh, he
Yes,
got a hat.
famous proof is when the cow pooped the cow pie. Which part was the top and which part was the bottom? Okay, $100 for word.
He actually
I don't know. You're collecting from
Gyaltsab
Jigme, okay? Collect
that's
from Venerable Jigme. Okay. And you better feed your kids with it. I don't want to see you partying with it. Okay. I'm going to talk JPOC. So JPOC means indirect perception. Okay. Deduction. Okay. Ngudop JPOC means deduction. Nupa Mepa means you can't find any nup.
law.
40?
Yeah,
No
and by the way, it's
problem.
misspelled here. The word no flaw is misspelled. Okay. Yeah, you can't find any. Nupa means to hurt somebody. But in logic, it means you can't find any flaw. You can't find any flaw with the logic is airtight. Okay, Nipa Mapa means airtight. No problem with the logic. Which test of gold does that relate to? Read down
cutting.
below.
Cutting.
Yeah, che. Say che. Another form of the verb che, like doji chupa, like diamond cutter. Okay, doji chupa. Okay, chupa. Okay, so this I'm trying to get you guys to remember forever and ever what the three actions of gold actually relate to. Three different tests. The first one was with your direct senses. You taste the tea. Okay. Second one is with logic. Like Ronit wouldn't make me tea with garlic in it. Most likely. Caffeine I could use, but okay. So anyway, yeah, so it's illogical that she would put garlic in my Indian tea, right? Masala tea. Okay. Now, Roxanne, Shinto-gokyo.
Deeply hidden.
Yeah, and it means there's stuff that's deep that you cannot confirm or deny it with your direct perception or with your logic. You have to go to
Buddha.
an authority, someone who cannot lie. Semekibu, yeah. And when you check with them and you confirm the idea, that's comparable to the test of gold.
Dar.
Darwa means filing with a file. Okay. And you can, it's probably the irritation that the teacher feels when the student keeps asking questions. That it's like filing. Okay, why they put filing with that? You can debate it on the debate ground tonight. Okay, that's what they say in the class in the monastery. They say, "Why is that filing? You debate it tonight. Tell me tomorrow what you guys come up with." That's what they do. It's a beautiful system in the monastery. So I'm not going to tell you guys. You figure it out tonight in the debate ground. Let me know tomorrow in class. Okay, cool. All right, we finished taking apart the three tests.
What is the Iche Jeba? Iche Jeba.
Logic based on an authoritative source.
Okay.
Yiche means believable. Yiche, this spelling, which is very unusual, is a believable source. Meaning you go to a person of authority, whose mind is way beyond your mind, and they can't even explain it to you logically. And they're like, trust me, did I ever lie to you? And you say, no, you never lied to me. Okay, then I'll believe you. That's called Yiche Jepak. And it's logical if you've been around the person long enough to know that they wouldn't lie. And that's rare. Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right. Who's going to read next, Gibson?
Let me
Be a little tougher when you correct them. Come on. Just because you're in Bali doesn't mean you
Yeah.
have to be so
I will.
so happy, relaxed.
How about Rob Haggerty? Is it okay to read?
I don't know.
Sort of.
Sort of. Okay.
What? He just finished his surgery. He had a
Yeah.
hernia surgery.
Yeah, I'm a little loopy, but all right. Are we starting with
So
Dick?
yeah, but don't get all excited. Just relax.
We have finished this one.
What's the
Us.
appropriate idiom? Don't bust the gut.
Don't make me laugh too hard. All right, so Detarna Drange Chepala Ni Dode
Heavy prenasal here. Heavy prenasal here.
on the
Change njep.
Drange Niepa La Ni
Njepa.
Jepa
Yeah.
La Ni Dode Gongdrel La Tenpei can't remember how to pronounce that. Chokdang?
Choke.
Dang. Lodru?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nishipa, Tempala, Tenpei, Chokso.
We finished that part. It was in your homework, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you already did this?
Yeah, there's two scriptural sources for deciding who to listen to when you're interpreting something. Okay. And in the end, one of them became the mind-only school, and in the end, one of them became the middle-only school. Okay. Which is which, you guys? Is the sutra called What I Really Meant the basis of the middle way school or the mind-only school?
Mind only.
My only school.
Trick question. All right, we'll get there. Okay. Who's gonna read next, Gibson?
I think Rob can read again.
Okay. Dangwala ni Dode ne Jitar Sungpe Gupadang. Day? Is that what it is? Day?
Day.
Day.
Day Dun Jitar Kelway? Tsulo?
Jway.
Oh, Chewe Tsulo.
Thank you.
Like a week after I had my operation, Rob said to me, "Your mind finally cleared," and it's fun to see your mind not clear. Okay. It's probably karma, by the way. Damolani, there's two divisions here. Gopa means gopa. BKOD.
Presented?
Oh,
Yeah, to set forth or to present. So we're gonna set forth an opinion from sutra. And then we're gonna delwa, which is the verb for delpa.
To comment, give a commentary.
Yeah, then we're gonna explain how we explain that quotation. So there is a quotation from Lord Buddha where he expresses his opinion on interpretation, but even that needs interpretation. Okay, cool.
Cool.
And again, we're talking the Dode Gungdo, the sutra called
What I Really Meant.
What I really mean.
Really Meant. Okay, so don't forget, it's going to be like a year before we reach the second source. Okay, we're working now with a beautiful sutra called What I Really Meant. And it's hard. It's a hard sutra. Okay. And by the way, it was the basis of the third. It is the third turning of the wheel. Basically, I mean, the second turning of the wheel has hundreds of texts. It's all the emptiness sutras, like even the Heart Sutra and Diamond Cutter Sutra, 100,000 verses. But there's one famous sutra, which was the basis of the third turning of the wheel, where Buddha backed off of the second turning of the wheel and he said, I was having a bad day. I went too far. I'm sorry. It's not that everything is empty. It's that some stuff is empty and some stuff's not. What about the first turning of the wheel? What did he say about it that time?
Stuff's
He didn't
real.
talk about it. Okay, so first turning of the wheel, he didn't talk much about things being empty. When he described the 16 aspects of the four are the truth, he mentioned the word empty, but he didn't go into it. And then in the second turn of the wheel, he said everything's empty, like Heart Sutra, Diamond Cutter Sutra, Bolo Bolo Mido. Then the third turn of the wheel, he said, no, I was being too extreme. Half the stuff's empty, half the stuff's not empty. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna first describe to you, I'm gonna quote the actual sutra for you. Which sutra now?
What I really
What I
mean.
really mean. And then I'm gonna tell you how to interpret it. Okay. By the way, which of the three periods of his life did he teach middle way?
Each one.
Mainly, you can say apparently the second one,
Second one.
but there's a very famous opinion that the third turning of the wheel is also middle way if you look at it the right way. Okay. The first turning of the wheel is kind of doesn't count because he didn't talk much about emptiness.
Oh.
All right. Who's gonna read, Gibson? I'm telling you the end of the book. I shouldn't do it.
Anatole?
Hey, Anatole, did you see my daily update today?
Yeah. We called the cabin, asked them, can we come take the cat? And they said, oh, I think it belongs to the neighbor.
I wasn't sure if I had to get a signed waiver from the cat, but okay.
Tang pola shi do de len gel bong.
Oh, you Gibson, just because you're on vacation doesn't mean you can't criticize people.
Lagel.
Yeah.
Langel. Bongi triwa ngelwa de pongwe len ngowo ni sumgi ngowo ngo sung ngesung
Yes.
ngesung wa te da gi drupe den shu bao.
Nice.
Good. By the way, Anatole is working really, really hard to edit the books that are pouring out of the mixed nuts, and we want to thank you for that. Let's give him a hand. And he's been working really, really hard on it. I mean, it's terribly difficult work, and he's really good at it. Okay. All right, don't get a big head. Damalashi, the first has 4 parts. What's Dode, Gibson?
The sutra, what I really mean.
Yeah, Dode means the collection of sutras, but it just, in English, we just say the sutras, right?
The sutra.
Then what's Gelwa Pong mean?
To give up what is contradict to the sutra.
Yeah, to eliminate contradictions. Okay. What's Chiwa?
Yeah, asking question.
Yeah, and what this first section means, and we're going to be on it for a while. Don't forget, we're at the beginning of the book, which always says innocent place to be. Then you hit the hard part. It's always like, oh, I understand that. Then he starts, and then you're like, oh, I don't understand anything. Chiwa means somebody's going to Chiwa to the Buddha.
Somebody's going to ask question to the Buddha.
Someone's going to ask a question to the Buddha. Can you explain your Gelwa?
Finds that you contradicted yourself?
You seem to have contradicted yourself a lot. It seems like you, in the 3 turnings to the wheel, you really contradicted yourself. Can you pong with that contradiction? Yeah,
Clear
can
them
you
up.
eliminate that? Can you say something in your own defense which will get you out of this contradiction? Bongwa here means can you say something in your own defense that will allow us to understand you? Because right now you're contradicting yourself. As far as we can see, you're contradicting yourself. Okay. That's how the sutra starts. Which sutra? What I really meant. Yeah. Okay. Somebody says, "Wow, you seem to be contradicting yourself." It's probably Kramer. I don't know if it couldn't be somebody else. Okay. Then Lord Buddha, what?
Answer to the question to eliminate the contradiction.
Yeah, he tries to explain the contradiction. Bongwa means he tries to get rid of the apparent contradiction. Okay. Okay. By the way, Bongwa can also mean a monk or a nun.
A giver
who
up.
has given up home. Who has given up the home. Yeah. But here, Lord Buddha is giving up contradiction. Okay. This is tough. This third one. Loni Sun means what?
The three basic nature in the My Only School.
Yeah, the three essential natures of things. Okay. There are three essential natures to all things. Okay. Then he's going to understand what these three essential natures.
To identity.
Yeah, he's going to identify the three essential natures of. And then Tsongkhapa's being cute because he says what?
Identify the nature of the three natures.
Yeah. He said, in fact, he says, I'm going to naturalize the nature of the three natures. He's saying, no. He's being cute. Okay, I'm going to identify the nature of the three natures. And the word identify means nature in Tibetan. So he's just being cute. Okay. Great lamas like to be cute. Okay. Deda ki dupe dun shupa.
Request.
I taught this book long ago in Shenzhen, and I got to this part, and it means I taught it as it's the result of the equation.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the result of the equation. Okay. He does a process on his teachings on emptiness. And then by doing that process, he comes out with it's almost like the sum of an arithmetic. You see? So here, dupe dun means what's the result you get out of adding these two numbers? You see what I mean? What do you come out with after this process of talking about the three natures? What do you come out with? It means what do you come out with? Okay, and it's very similar to the given equation. He gives you all the parts, and then he says, what do you come out with? And then people say, oh, well, then that must have been figurative, or that must have been literal. Okay, cool. It's very sweet. This last one is very cool. All right. Who's going to read, Mr. Gibson?
I think Word want to read.
Who wants to read?
Word.
Sure.
Dr. Word. I heard he's teaching 20 hours a day. I don't see how he can even be awake.
That's waiting. It's like 12. All
right.
당포니 공절레 점든데키 남장 두말 봉보 남키 랑기 tseni kyang katzel kewe tseni tang jikpa tseni tang pangwa tang jongsu shepe yang katzel.
Yeah, good. Okay. Bang. Good. Okay. Here's the first. The first one is the question about. You guys forgot. It was like 3 minutes.
What would a contract in
apparent contradictions? Yeah, apparent contradictions. Somebody's gonna. Here's the actual question from the sutra called "What I Really Meant." Okay. By the way, Gibson,
Mm.
I got the whole quotation from the sutra. Here it is down here in the bold. And it would be quite irritating job to make sure that everything is spelled correctly. And I thought I would save it for you since you're on vacation, you have so much free time. You can go through the copy we have from the Kangir from John Brady.
Mm.
And you can see Jetson Kappa has quoted it exactly the same. And it's important with Jetson Kappa because why?
Because he's direct quote from this.
Because there was
Sutra?
different versions of the sutras at the time.
Oh.
And the final one
Jetson
wasn't determined
Kappa
until later.
Jetson Kappa was of the opinion that he knew better how to translate this stuff. So sometimes he will slightly change the translation from the Kangir or Tengyur. The Kangir was finished when he was a teenager or something. And then, later in his life, he's like, yeah, you guys changed this part, or you didn't get this part right. Okay. So it's important to compare his version of sutras with the Kangir to make sure we understand where he adjusted something. Okay. And he wasn't shy to do it. Oftentimes he will quote an alternate translation, which is both frustrating and enlightening. Why?
Because those books
Those
don't
translations
exist anymore.
did not survive. They were not carved. Okay. The king chose the one he thought was best, and the rest of the guys, that guy became a superstar. And then all the other guys got ignored for the rest of their life. And their handwritten translation just disappeared. Nobody carved it. You see what I mean? But we do have the Sanskrit. Yeah. So anyway, but there's nuances in the Tibetan translation. Yeah, the two Tibetans are translating the same Sanskrit, and there's different interpretations. Okay. We read this, right?
Yeah.
The conqueror word, you want to translate for us. The conqueror has Katselwa.
He bespoke.
Yeah, the Pungbo says being Rankitseniki.
The parts of a person as having their own nature.
Yeah, the Buddha described the parts of a person as having their distinct, unique nature. Okay, in many different namdangs.
Versions of the sutra.
Yeah, well, he used many different expressions to nail down the exact nature of the parts to the person. Which turning the wheel, probably.
First,
he's kind of the Pumbo is his big topic in the first turning the wheel. Yeah. Abhidharma. But the implication is what? This guy said, look, Lord Buddha defined everything very precisely as far as the parts of a person. And he wants it to mean he defined it definitively.
As having its own nature.
Yeah, as having a nature of its own. He said, Lord Buddha described the nature of the 5 parts of the person. So then the other guy says, therefore, Lord Buddha said things have their own nature. He's setting a trap. Did Lord Buddha talk about the 5 parts of a person? The 5 skandhas? Yes. Did he describe a definition for them?
Yes.
Yeah, so then he spoke about them by definition, right?
No,
you can't to the third one. No. That means it exists from its own side. That means the pen is coming from its own side. You see what I mean? Got it? He's trying to jump from Lord Buddha gave it a definition to Lord Buddha spoke about it by a definition. It's a different thing. Okay? Even in English, it's the same. Okay? All right, next word, Kewe Teni. He described Kewe Teni.
He gave a definition to things starting.
Yeah, and he also jikbetini.
And thing stopping, ending.
So don't yeah, he gave a definition for things start. He gave a definition for things stopping. So he spoke about things by definition.
Yeah.
No. Okay. And he spoke about Bangwa.
Cessations.
Well, giving up stuff.
Okay.
And then he spoke about Sushepa.
Ultimate wisdom or something.
Yeah, and Yongshe is a big deal in the Abhidharma literature. So anyway, it appears that Lord Buddha, in the very first part of his career, is that an accurate thing to say? How do you determine what the three wheels relate to? Three
By
turnings of the
matter,
wheel.
not by time period.
Yeah, Geshe almost made a mistake. He had that. Okay, anyway, when he says Panwa here, giving up something, there's a flavor in the ancient language of emptiness. When he says get totally given up, there's a flavor there of emptiness. The other guy's trying to push it. Buddha did in the first turning of the wheel. He talked all the time about ceasing. You know, he wants it to be cessation. And cessation in the sense of no self-nature. Okay? He wants it to be that. He's pushing us that way. Okay. And he spoke all the time in the Abhidharma about Yongsu Shepa, which is what's the equivalent of Yongsu Shepa in the Lam Rim, which I finished this morning.
J-Top Yeshe?
Yeah, you could say Laktong. You could say Vipassana. You could say Vipassana. So look, he described Vipassana in the Abhidharma. No, he didn't. He didn't say Laktong. No, but he said Yongsu Shepa. I mean, he said total knowledge. What's the difference? That's the other guy. He's trying to push us. Okay, got it? Just nod. Whenever you're in question, just even the cat knows to do that. Okay, Gibson, who's next? Wait, I'll show you all the victims. I got such a selection of victims here.
Okay.
They are innocent people. They just got down from the truth, some of them. They're in a really good mood until they get yelled at in the class.
Cool. I will pick Conila first, and I will choose the rest of the victim next.
Connie is in Yugoslavia or something. Give me another person.
Oh, okay. Melbo Gelse.
Oh, Connie's in Jetlagian. Who's next?
Melbo Gelse.
Yeah, she just finished teaching a big retreat.
Oh, cool.
Let's see if the calmness is going to help her reading. Yeah, and Gibson, you're checking, okay? You got the cursor. I got the garlic.
Hongko nam ki jitawa deshin du keche nam dang tenching juelwa jungwei dang jungwa dang jungwa dang senam ki war part.
This is the part.
Okay.
Okay.
Ki part young cat cell.
Okay, stay here. It's so short. I'm sure Gibson's going to have you read again. He talked about Jitawa the Pumbo.
How does the five heat body and mind exist, or definition?
Yeah, how they work. How do they work? How do the 5 parts of a person work? He taught that in the first turning wheel. And in the same way, he taught about the Keches.
The 6 door of sense.
Yeah, or 12. Okay, the 12 doors of
okay.
sense. And he taught about Tenjing Dower Juma.
Dependent origination.
Yeah, Pratitya Samutpada. Okay. Even down to, the par means even down to the say.
Substance.
Food. He even talked about the 4 kinds of food.
Substance.
Okay, so in the first turning of the wheel, He did a lot of philosophy. He was, what's the true nature, all this stuff. And he even got down to what to eat. The 4 kinds of food, right? Okay. Very famous topic in the Abhidhamma. Okay. What's Gotzel, Gibson?
Open their mouth, holy mouth.
Yeah, something like that. Bespoke or something like that. I mean, you can go too far in the English and use like a 18th century word, and I do that sometimes just to irritate people. But it's just a fancy word. It's a polite word. We don't have honorific in English, and in American English, we have the opposite, where we try to insult everyone. Okay. Who's gonna read next? You want one more from Gelson? We got a few minutes, I think.
Okay.
Deshin du Jarne, Dempa Namki Rangit Seni Tang, Yongsu Shepa Tang, Pangwa Tang, Nundu Gi.
You're doing good.
Oh, Nundu Giwa Tang, Chompa Tang, Gompa Tang, Tam Nam Ki Rangit Seni Tang, Kamne Sopa Tang, Tam Du Na Sopa Tang, Kam Du Mana Tang, Pangwa Tang, Yongsu Shepa Tang.
Nice. Okay. Deshin Dujarne means, we can apply the same thing down to
the full
hello? He explained the Dembas.
The true
reality. Specifically the 4 truths.
True.
Okay, the 4 truths. He explained their own definition, which sounds like that they existed by definition. It's not, but the other guy's trying to cause trouble. Okay. And he talked about Yonsu Shepa, total knowledge, super wisdom. He talked about bangoing, things you shouldn't do.
What to give up.
Yeah, he talked about giving up certain things. Then he talked about the opposite, Ngundu
to take
what you should do. And giwa is an ancient verb for to do. I say ngundu chepa. Nowadays we say ngundu chepa. What you should carry out. Okay. And he explained Gomba. Say again.
Does giwa also means happy?
That's a gepa, D-G-Y-E-S. Okay.
Oh.
That's different verb. Okay. Giwa means ancient verb to do. Okay. Very ancient. You only you won't even see it in the Tengyur much. It's Kangyur. Gomba, he talked about Gomba.
Meditation.
Yeah, in the Abhidharma, he talks about meditations, so don't tell me he's not teaching emptiness. He talked about the calms.
The calms, reality?
Dhatu.
This one, since he's talking about Abhidharma, what do you guess it is, Gibson?
18.
Yeah, the 18 categories of existence. Okay. Which is probably the biggest subject in the Abhidharma. Okay. He talked about the definitions of those 18 categories.
Yeah.
He talked about different versions of the categories. He talked about all the different kinds of categories. And then he described some things you should bonwa and some things you should yongsu shipa.
Something you should giving up, something you should super
and other things you should yongsu shipa.
Have a total
you
knowledge.
Should understand. Yeah, you should understand deeply, meaning the other guy, this guy's trying to cause trouble. So what does he mean? In the first turning of the wheel, Lord talked about seeing emptiness, total knowledge. He must have been talking about emptiness. Okay, got it? He's trying to cause trouble. He's bringing up words that sound like an emptiness teaching. Okay. All right. Who is the questioner? I forget. Some bodhisattva standing there. Okay. Yeah.
Isn't it Mr. Ultimate, Paramartha?
I think it is.
Yeah. Why does he say Yongsu Shepa and Panghua twice? Is it because this one refers to calms and the other one refers to the dens? Denpas?
I think you could say that. I
Mm.
think you could say that.
Okay.
Yeah. I think personally, if you ask me, I think he's trying a flavor of emptiness in the Panghua.
Mm.
And then he's trying to get a flavor of shamatha and vipassana in the total knowledge.
Mm.
So he's trying to twist the first turning of the wheel to having been an emptiness teaching. Okay, that's where he's headed. That's where the guy's headed. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Do we have time? We got 1 minute. What, Gibson? Can you read real fast?
Yeah. 讲究受顿起，让起切尼汤，米吞巴汤，年波汤马给巴，给我汤，给巴涅巴汤，米给巴汤，拉辛朱瓦汤，飘心羊巴，米姜卡切了。
Good. He talked about the 37 elements of enlightenment. He talked about things existing by definition. He talked about things being inconsistent with existing by definition. He talked about antidotes. He talked about things never starting. He talked about things starting. He talked about things starting and then staying. But then he talked about them not slipping off or being forgotten. And that's a special word that we will never see, Kupa. It's related to gyu. What's a gyu?
Like a string.
Tantra.
Yeah.
A string, meaning don't forget or don't lapse. Don't let your memory lapse. Kupa. It's a difficult word. Lar Xing Juma, coming back after they stop. Lar means back, coming back after they stop. Then increasing, and then becoming very widespread. Yangba.
Yeah.
Okay. He talked about all these stages of things. And he talked about them in terms of definition, existing by definition. Okay. So don't tell me he didn't talk about emptiness in the first turning of the wheel. Okay, got it? Okay, we ran out of time. People are so happy. Can you do the next 2 paragraphs, Gibson?
Yeah, thank you, Geshe.
The better you get, the more trouble I will give you. Right?
Without a doubt.
Okay. And in your free time, don't forget what you're going to do with this bold part.
Okay.
You could have Emily read it to you from the text.
Compare, when I see there's inconsistent or a different, what should I do?
Yeah. If you're a good nerd, I want a list of the differences.
Okay.
That's all. Or you could just put them in red or something like that.
Okay.
I want to know, where did Jetson Kappa not agree with the translator of the Kang? Okay. But more importantly for us, I don't care if they spelled words differently or something. I'm not that worried about it. But I am worried about if one of them left out a piece or if one of them added a piece. Okay. That I want to know. Cool?
Cool. Thank you. Thank you again.
非常棒. All right. Then, okay, go back to bed. No, what time is it there?
Gibson's got to lead a 13-minute discussion.
Oh my God, I forgot. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Grandpa's going to enjoy some spiced tea, and I'll sit here and listen to you. I'll stop sharing my screen. Hang on. Okay, there we go. I'll even stop sharing me. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Okay. Thank you again. So, yeah, does anyone have anything that you would like to share for today's class or what we have covered so far? Maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, I want to know the address of your vacation spot. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I would just share just briefly that this is where KJJ got maybe how he organized his book Interlude on Emptiness.
Hmm. Yeah.
He
I also
uses the
remember
same sources
source. Yeah. I
and the
think
same discussions.
yeah, your class maybe more than 10 class have covered how to interpret what the Buddha really mean. So I think it's very interesting.
Yeah.
How can we use it in our in our daily life or in our good night reading club? Yeah. What do you think?
Oh yeah,
Because
which book should we read?
maybe emptiness meditation. Yeah. Because right now Geshe is encourage everyone at night to read the book about and I also know a lot of people you are very enthusiastic to read the ancient book in your past maybe a lot of years. So what is your technique? Um, like for me, when I start to approach the system, one thing that amazed me is the Diamond Cutter Sutra, because everything all brought like Sebu Kong, form is empty, emptiness is form, and we carry on our misunderstanding for over a decade, and we take that as literal. And so we just think that we can be relaxed and everything is just be chill until we met the commentary by the Chonin Lama, and we have very thorough understanding and to know that Buddha isn't what he literal mean, and that can actually help our daily life.
To not be so.
What do you say?
So that we won't be so chill.
Yeah, but we can work hard to be chill.
A deeper level of chill. Yeah.
The deeper level of chill and lasting or essential. Yeah. So what do you think? Does anyone have any opinion of your learning progress? And I think one of the antidote for me is the pen. Because when you got the pen story and you are willing put on the gas to use the pen story to check every Buddha's teaching when he talking about emptiness, when he is going to forward to exaggerate, to use a very simple word to describe something, that something doesn't exist, something doesn't exist. But if you have a knowledge of the pen and you know that something doesn't exist from their own side in your deep in your mind, you have to add something to it. So this is what my understanding.
I think what you're sharing is really cool. It just made me think about how perhaps one lens, this is what I'm hearing you saying, and I'm just kind of putting my own words. One lens through which we can kind of examine our own relationship with and understanding of what the Buddha said or the Buddhist teachings is like if it is something that changes us or something that has a very powerful effect on our level of being, like on our life, like, and if it's changing us basically, because to just hear something from the Heart Sutra where it's like form is emptiness and emptiness is form, and you're just like, whoa, deep stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But it doesn't turn you, it doesn't change you, then probably that's one place where we can check our interpretation of the Buddha, and maybe it's not complete.
Yeah. So your skill of checking the Buddha, what Buddha is saying, can also be improved over the time.
Yeah, or your skill, yeah. You might want to look deeper. That's what I was hearing you saying. We might not be really understanding much if we might not be really understanding it as Dharma if it's not changing us or turning us and opening us up.
I think, yeah. One of the things I learned today is also the 3 testing of the goal: burning and cutting, fouling, because in the end, who can we decide which source can we go to decide that that is the one we say he is a person who never lie? Because we can see a lot of people say this person that never lie, but people say he lied. And so we can only use our first, I think we can only use our first two testing of the goal, like to use our direct sense or our logic, and to build on if this person is the one who can never lie. And I think this is also can use in our daily life, like, I don't know, politics or or social media or anything, because there are too many information on the internet, and we are very easily to fall into those information easily. And
I wonder which one of the tests are for just being silly. Like this guy who's coming up and saying, oh, when Buddha gave the definition for things, he was giving their definitive nature. Like that's just silly. It's just silly. But which test is that?
I wonder if it's silly. It was kind of bothering me, this Rangitseni, like its definition, the definition of the thing or the definition that a thing has. It kind of left me, wondering if just like that apostrophe S or something, if I'm already doing something weird every time. And this, I think, goes to what we were talking about, that I'm often trying to find little pieces of the teaching each day that I can walk around with and try to catch myself all day. What am I doing weird? Am I doing something weird? Am I having a misunderstanding every time I say it's? Every time I think of the things out there as possessing, like that they have a definition, because the definition comes from me. Things are separate from other things because my mind draws a line around them, not because things draw a line around themselves. And there's totally cool, casual way to talk about it. And that's also an English language, which is created by people full of misunderstanding. And you can't maybe even refer to things correctly using English language. You have to be a Mooney. You have to be silent, maybe. And so that really, I don't know. I wonder, do things have definitions? Is there such a thing as its definition? Colloquially, sure, of course there is. Of course there is. Things have definitions, but just the way I talk about it, just to say rang, its teni, its definition, means that somehow I'm suggesting it showed up with it, that it was in its pocket, as opposed to something I was giving it.
Well, you would still say of, right? My definition of. So you still have the same problem.
Of it, yeah, right.
I think this is a very hard word for me as a because in our culture or in our language we don't use this very often. Like this is the definition or the definition.
当中我们很少用
Yeah,
定义。
It is hard.
Well, this thing exists.
Cái thứ này tồn tại.
Why? Go on.
We have so can you elaborate how to distinguish between these two, the definition of the one thing and the thing exists by definition? Yeah, because this give me a lot of trouble, and I believe this will be a main topic in the future of my text. So can you review again, because in the English context, I don't know if it is easy for you to understand. In our context, it's very hard.
It's also strange in English.
Yeah, I have a
Well,
feeling
no, it
that
seems to me they're two very different things, right? A definition of something is is what we commonly understand a thing to be. But established by definition has that like underscore of it is this.
Yeah, we draw
not like just a
lines.
commonly understood thing where if we change our minds, you know, oh, democracy means the oligarchs are in charge. Yeah, that's what that means. Like we change our definition of the thing.
How do we draw circles in the world and decide what goes inside the circle and what goes outside the circle for anything, just to name a thing, right? We have to draw a circle and say that what's inside the circle gets the name and what's outside the circle doesn't get the name. And is that because of the things in the circle, or is that because there's a circle drawer? I mean, when you frame it like that, it's easy to say like, oh, well, you're drawing the circles. But I don't think about the world that way. I don't think about nice people and mean people as the circles that I draw. I think about their parents raised them funny or something.
Or even just a regular dictionary, a normal
Yeah.
dictionary that we normally use, and a slang dictionary, which is a dictionary comprised of like cool hip people,
Yeah.
right? This is how they define things.
I bet your book is going to work on answering your question, Gibson. I feel like that's exactly what is about to happen. I hope, being a predictor of Tsongkhapa, we'll see how I do, okay? But don't forget, I want credit. My prediction is he's about to try and answer your question, because the opponent's trying to use that phrasing in a way that is naughty and ambiguous.
Cool. Another
We'll see.
more, another 10 will happen in the future. More than 10. Okay.
It is time for Juan Hasso to deliver us.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you,
Nice.
Gibson. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
being so awesome and so brilliant. And we're lucky that you joined our team, and just thank you for working so hard on everything. Just great to see you. I'm glad to see you guys. Oh, look who it is.
Speaking of luck.
Hey.
All right, see you later, Gibson. Ready for you, Juan Hasso.
Yeah, thank you, Gibson. It's cool. I think you are in Bali, and you know there are interesting plans to start conforming the Beach Reward News worldwide surfing team. So Bali is a good place to train. And now that Gibson is there, maybe he has the chance to train. Anyways, okay, today is a very special day, and many of you may wonder why. And it is because today is January 6th. And you may think, well, what's the big deal with January 6th, right? It could seem to many of us just another random day that happens to be one more on the year. But today, actually, is when the three wise men come to Mexico City and deliver presents to the little kids that behaved well during the year, right? And many years ago, just to say, many years ago, the three wise men delivered a very beautiful present in Guadalajara for the Arao Takahashi family. So we today are celebrating, and picture, please. Oh, yeah. Paulina and Aldo are here to sing with me a very beautiful song for our dear Mexican, don't forget, Mexican friend who's having his birthday today. Seiji Arao Takahashi. Okay, let's sing together. Birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Happy birthday, dear Seiji. Happy birthday,
dear
to
singer.
you.
Okay,
Yay,
and
thank you.
exactly. People in Rimrock.
Felicidades, Seiji.
Gracias, Aldo. Saludos. Gracias, Pau. Gracias, Hasso.
There is a very
Oh, and
special.
Tim has a cake.
Yeah, Tim Lowenhop bake a cake in his house. No, just kidding.
Your cakes look awfully similar to Whole Foods.
Yeah. No, we know it's the one you like, so that's why we offer it in your name to other people. So you may have many things you like this year.
Thank you.
Very well.
Thank you very much.
Seiji, we are going to eat the cake. We are going to eat the cake first. I apologize.
Please do.
So there might be a slice left for you. Oh, do we want to do a reading for him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one. Could someone take the cake? Seiji, we are going to do a prediction for you. Hold on.
Okay.
I think that your cake will be eaten by strangers.
Sounds about right.
Okay, hang on. We're getting the book here.
Yeah. And I think, say, you are turning what? 33
36.
now?
36.
36, baby. That's exactly half my age.
Oh, yes.
What page, Seiji? Seiji,
can
what
you choose
page?
one for me?
No.
Okay,
I'll
36.
close my eyes.
Yeah.
36. 36, okay. This is about three old ladies, Mongolians, who used to live at the temple in New Jersey. And they used to sit in the prayers on 3 wooden chairs and stare at the altar for 3-4 hours. And I was supposed to be reading the prayers with the monks, but they never told me which prayers they're reading. And I didn't memorize them, but everybody else did. So then I would sit there silently angry and wonder why they didn't just read them in order or something. And then the 3 ladies would stare at me. That's all. If there's any conclusions we can draw, you'll have to figure it out.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we want to send you best wishes, Seiji, and thank you really, by the way, for everything you do, because we know it's a lot of work. And the fruits, the results of what you do really benefit all the organizations and so many people. So thank you, Seiji.
Yeah, and thank you for my tree also. And we are so proud of the person you have become, your professional growth, your wisdom, and thank you for being a friend to us and for many of us for so long, especially in difficult times. So we love you, Seiji.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Very welcome.
Gracias,
So,
Pao.
now that we have here the Mexican team, they are here also to share very good news about their experience during this last Latin America tour. And for that, Aldo and Paulina are going to share a little bit on how did it go, and they have a video for us to watch. Whenever you want to show the video, if you want to either talk first, then video, or the other way around.
Maybe the video first, no?
Okay. Yes. Let's go to the video. Very beautiful video. And not only that, but I felt very, how do you say, inspired to see how many people are enjoying also what you guys are doing over there. Just by the way, also congratulations to Aldo because he's about to have a baby soon. So
thank you, Juan.
yeah,
We're very excited.
Aldo
Yes.
is not having the baby. Ria is having the baby.
Ria is. we're,
Very clear.
Hey, Aldo, what's the date? What's the date?
Is the 15th, 16th. Yeah. Around the 15th, 16th.
Of this month, January.
Of this month.
This month?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Like in 10 days. 9 days.
Oh my God. Don't get nervous. Okay.
So tell us a little bit of what did you experience during the tour and where do you see this going next year?
Yes, Juan, thank you for having us. It was a very beautiful, amazing experience. It's really amazing to see how the local communities are growing and they are consolidating. They are becoming good gardeners, and it's very nice to see how their seed planting system, it's like improving and they're becoming more happy and they're achieving their dreams. That's very inspiring. And this year we went to 2 new countries, Peru and Paraguay. And the plan for 2025 is to go to more cities and probably more countries.
And maybe inviting more friends. Maybe. We'll
For
see.
sure.
We'll see what happens. That's wonderful. And what can you say, Pau? What can you share with us? How was it for you?
You know, we are representing a large group of people who made this tour possible, like sponsors, local producers, and teachers who also continue their efforts by teaching online throughout the year. So thank you to all of them. We are very honored to be part of this big project. And the vision is to continue visiting and nurturing the countries we have already been to, while also opening new doors, right, to reach other countries in Latin America, like we did this last year. And our goal is to help local students and practitioners also to continue their the studies so they can become, maybe in the future, themselves teachers and support local communities, you know, with our guidance and support also. But I want to share that this past year we held a 3-day retreat in Colombia and witnessed the profound impact it had when people take the time to do retreat and learn this wisdom. And because of this, we would like to start organizing retreats in other countries this year. So, you know, and our future goal is, if these retreats prove successful, they could help cover the travel expenses and cost for us, the teachers, allowing us to visit 2 or 3 times per year and even become self-sustaining. Who knows? That will be our dream.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I'm very happy. I'm very glad that you came to share here with us. And hopefully, just think about it. Maybe soon you can come and visit Sedona. It will be wonderful, wonderful to have you around with the babies now that you are both going to have your own babies. So it's going to be good to have them around and see you as well.
Thank you, Juan.
Very welcome. Hopefully we can have you again soon.
Happy birthday, Seiji.
Yeah, and please give Ria our good wishes for her birth.
Yes, I'll give Ria your wishes. Thank you, Geshe. Thank you.
Okay. And just before we go back to Team Stakes, we have a very special guest to invite us to a very upcoming event happening at the very beginning of February. And with us is Lydia and probably Ward also somewhere there. I don't know. But she should be here with us, and she wants to tell us about the upcoming informative sessions that YSI is having. Hi, Lydia.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me, Juan. I will try and be concise so as not to take away time from Tim's text. At YSI, we are going to be diving into the Bhagavad Gita. This timeless text. We're going to be offering a course taught by Geshe Michael. And I'll share just a little bit of why it's special and how you may be able to resonate with this in ways that you might not expect. The Gita is a little bit different from texts that we've seen before. This particular text, it's a story of dilemmas and doubts, and it can really guide us and help us to navigate challenges when it's difficult for us to find that clarity. Like, I'm sure we've found ourselves, all of us, in difficult situations where it could be at work with family members, or even just kind of how to use your words and respond to a tough conversation. Those moments where we want our thoughts and our words and our actions to align with our ethical code, but we can't quite find that easy solution where it feels like no matter what you're doing, someone might get hurt.
Too new age. Oh, yeah.
So we can look at the wisdom of the Gita to guide us. Kind of like when you go to a wise friend and you're asking them to help you with some sort of complex situation you may have. For those that might not be familiar with the text, it starts with Arjuna, a warrior, standing in a battlefield. And he's supposed to fight in a war where he has family and friends on both sides. But like, if he fights, he's going to hurt his family and his loved ones. But if he doesn't fight, the probability that evil is going to win is very, very high. So he's kind of stuck, what should I do? And I think that that's something that can resonate with us. Maybe we're not going to war, but you feel stuck. If I do this, I can hurt somebody. If I do that, somebody gets hurt. And it's a text that's going to teach us how to act with purpose. Like, even when things feel impossible, when we have a challenge, we can look beyond the surface level and see how we can go deeper. In ways that we can really stay true to our values when we have so many things going on in this fast-paced modern world that we live in. So if you are here at Mixed Nuts today and you're looking for some practical tools to help you with the challenges that you face, please come and take advantage of this course with Geshe Michael. It's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And the very special way that Geshe Michael teaches this text is through the lens of Jason Kappa. It's going to be relatable, transformative, and we'd really just love all of you to join us. If you want to get a little bit more information because you're still not sure, we have an overview of the Bhagavad Gita with Michael Johnson on January 8th. Everybody is more than welcome to join. And if you're ready and you want to learn about how to solve your dilemmas and go deeper in challenges, you can go ahead and sign up for the full course. It's going to be offered February 6th through the 10th. So thank you so much, Juan, for having us. Thank you, Tim, for letting me steal some minutes of your class. And thank you all so much.
Thank you as well, Lydia, and hope you and Ward can come at least some days.
Thank you, Juan. We'd love to. We'd love to
right.
come to Sedona.
All right. Best wishes over there. And
Thank you.
Let us know if Ward is partying too much.
He's
just kidding.
He's working hard. He's working hard.
Then I'll text him like, and don't forget to invite me But anyways, see you later. Let's
Okay.
go back with Geshe
Bye.
Michael and Tim Lowenhoff for the next exciting class. Thank you so much.
Should I turn on my...
Yes, yours. Yeah.